here's a tip to help you. Watch this foot, ready? If I take that heel and turn it just a little bit, watch, here's my center of gravity, usually between your chin and your belly button. Here's my center of gravity. It's at 50-50 right now. When I turn that heel out, look where it went to now. Look, about right there. That's kind of where I want it to start, about 20 or 25% back. When I finish, watch me, when I get done swinging, where's my center of gravity? Look, chin, belly button. What percentage is it? About halfway between my feet, isn't it? So when we get done, we want to go from 25% back to 50% back. That's it. A lot of you guys are doing this. You're finishing at 100% on your front foot. That's called linear motion. You're overdoing. You got too much linear, not enough rotary.
If you ever have anybody yell at you and say, oh, you're jumping at the ball, you're lunging at the ball, that's what they're talking about. They might not know what they're getting at. It's apparent many times when you see people doing that swinging. But you're giving up potential power because, remember, 85% is rotation. When you're out on that front foot, remember it hampers rotation to begin with. We don't spin as fast, and we literally can't spin as far in the motion either. So now all of a sudden you're using basically upper body. You're using way too much upper body. You're giving up all the power, like Coach Bob said, that started from the ground. You're giving up most of it by doing that. So it's something that I have to work on all the time. How many times has Bob told me over the years, Alan, you're out on your front foot?
Yeah.
Because sometimes we're intent on hitting the ball like so hard that it's like we want to jump at it because we're aggressive. It's a great thing to be aggressive at the ball, but we got to remember, like Bob said, it's all about where the weight starts and where it finishes. We always want to have that stable 50-50 foundation at finish. That tells us that we've done everything correct.
This is so easy to work on, guys. You can do 100 of these a night. You can get to your 2,000 reps quickly, all right? So here's what it's going to look like in full motion. Tomorrow I'm going to show you the drills. I want you to get some swings from launch position, all right? Then we're going to break it into 2 steps. Watch. Later we're going to go stretch, release. We're going to stop. We're going to pause. So now I want you to practice stepping away from your hands. I want you to practice striding without overstriding or putting yourself in a bad position. So then the other drill would be stretch, release. All right? Got it? After you've done that a few times, then we're going to tie it all together. So when it's game time, we're not going to pause. It's going to be one continuous action. Watch how easy it looks. Ready? Here comes the pitch. I'm in my stance. Let me have a little fun with it. I'm in my stance. All right? Here comes the pitch. I'm going to get to that launch position, and then I'm going to go. One continuous action. Ready? Here it goes, and boom. All right? That was with a open stance. All right? Here's this guy here, likes to talk to the catcher. Hey, dude, how you doing? All right? Here it comes. I'm going to step away from my hands, and I'm going to hit the softball. Okay? You with me? It doesn't matter which way I was facing, did it? The important stuff happened when I got here. Nothing important happens till your front foot hits the ground. Okay?
You attribute handing over the fence to your power, your twist, your bat speed don't look tremendous to me right now. So
Knowledge.
I've been accused of not swinging hard,
don't look very hard.
but it's not. I have long levers. I have a fuel cell. All right, and I have a synchronized motion. Okay, I move that energy up, and I deliver it, and I'm hitting it at the right part of the ball. It all works. I don't know how, but it does. All right, God gave me some ability. All right, but it should look easy. I want it to look easy. All right, so now we're standing here comfortable. I'm going to step away from my hands. I'm going to get to that launch position. I like the terminology stretch, release. I'm going going to stretch, and I'm going to release. So here it comes. Here comes the pitch. I'm going to stretch, and I'm going to release. Okay? It's the back. No. If the pitch is in, I'll step out a little bit. If the pitch is away, I'll step in a little bit. Distance-wise, yes. But there are times with 2 strikes, I don't want to go down looking. I may swing at a shorter pitch, and there are some times where you may have to go a little farther so I can get in that bad pitch that I'm getting ready to swing at. All right? But if it's a strike, I should land in the same target area. So I've got a little circle about right there, right? That gives me my half a shoe in, it gives me my half a shoe out. All right? One of our drills, if you have a stride problem, is to get a tire. You have an old tire laying around the house, put it out in front of you, put your front foot in it. That's going to keep you from stepping too far forward, too far in, and from stepping out. You've got to stay inside of that tire. So if you've got a stride problem, get you a tire and hit off of the tee, take BP, keep your front foot in the tire. Makes sense, right?
Sometimes, along with Bob was saying, I've taught some of my individual people that I've coached that the dirt can be a report card. Because what we're after is exactly what Bob was talking about is should be landing pretty close to that same spot every time. I'll take a couple swings. I'll clean the dirt. I'll take a couple swings and I'll look down and see, hey, is my front foot landing where I want it to land? And that's my report card. Of course, like Bob said, if you really have a stride problem, you can sometimes do it, you go to the extreme of getting a tire. We used to have stride boxes that we would make with 2x4s. And you had to stay within the box. If you didn't, your foot's going to hit either the back side, the side of it, or here and here, and now you're stumbling around. I really don't like that anymore because next thing you know, we twist an ankle or something, we hurt ourselves. But this is an easy way to do it. But the report can be, the dirt can be a great report card. One little thing before we break. What Bob talked about this is like a neutral stance. I like having at our age a slightly open stance. I do think it allows us to see the ball with both eyes really good. But again, as Bob said, it's not critical, but that's what I like. But what Bob was talking about with this back foot here, this would be neutral because it's even like this, is moving that 2-inch movement right there is really a key thing because you can feel when you do it. So all of you do that. Just stand neutral, put your hands up like you got a bat in them. Now move that heel back. Now feel what it does. You can feel it immediately. Can't you feel it? You can feel it moving up the leg. I like to say it's almost like creating a hair trigger on a handgun. Because now this hip, if the righties, of course, this for the lefties, this hip has to go from here to here. Okay? The faster, like Bob said, the faster you spin, the farther it goes. The faster this hip goes from here to here, the faster bat speed you're going to have. Okay? But this is a way, when you get that thing neutral and then you back it like that, you got that hair trigger, and then you get that weight back on this back leg, you can feel it all right there, and it's just ready to go. It's just ready to go. So then you're here, boom, here to there, quick. No wasted movement, just like that.
All right, one last thing. So anyway, let's break it down even more, all right? I tried to simplify it for you, all right? Launch position, stretch and go. So what's really happening is when I turn that foot out, it's also going to help me rotate. It's going to help me rotate. So all my guys from that field that I said you need to rotate better, I want all of you to turn that heel out a little bit. What happens if you turn it too far? I just opened my hips too early. All right, so if this is good, it doesn't mean this is better and this is best. All right, I know that's the American way. Just turn it a little bit. All right, so what's really happening, guys? My energy, I get it from the ground. I get my feet on the ground, I'm creating kinetic energy. Now what it's going to do is it's got to start moving up my body. So the next, I call this the door. This door has got to open to allow that energy to get to the core, right? So what we don't want to do is open that door early by stepping out. And again, when we step in, we lock that door. It's not going to be able to open. Some of you just hit without spinning. Can I still hit a softball without spinning? Watch. I can I? And that's what some of us are doing. We're up there,
Upper body.
you know? We're not using this at all. This thing here gets a bad rap. For years we taught squish the bug, squish the bug, squish the bug. Now the new, you know, the damn analytics and the techie guys are saying, we don't squish the bug, you know. You know what this really is? It's the end result. That foot actually tells me, watch, if I turn my hips and take a picture of the picture, what happened to my back foot? It turned, all right? So what we really want to do is we want to rotate and we want to squish the bug. It's just an analogy that we use for little kids. You're not really getting energy from doing that. It's the end result of getting your hips through. But if I'm watching you, watch this. Ready? Watch this, watch that leg. Ready? Here I am hitting. Okay? Well, I hope he's hitting it okay. And I can still get a little something on it. So I'm up here and, alright? Did this move at all?
No.
So I can easily tell I didn't get my hips through because this didn't end up happening. Alright?
That rotation on that back foot is the report card of did my hips get through.
Exactly. Because not all of us, sometimes we'll ask you to freeze, and don't go there. You're not impregnating anybody with a camera today. What we'll sometimes ask you to do is when you're done, look and see. Can you take a picture with your belly button? Yeah. So I got my hips through good. But a lot of times we're off balance a little and we can't do that. But the idea is we want to turn 90 degrees with our hip. We start here, closed, neutral, and we want to get to here. All right? Now you'll see some hitters that will over-rotate and really get after it. Some of the big boys that are hitting at 450 feet, you'll see them finish like this. They'll hit. You know what I mean? That's rotation, isn't it? That's about, if this is 90, this is 180. We definitely don't want to, I don't want to see anybody do a 360. That ain't going to help you hit it farther. But if you can get 90 or 180, you got some of the big boys that'll really get after it, okay? Now some of them will also do this. What am I really doing when I pick this foot up? What am I doing? Yeah, I am putting my weight on my back foot. That ain't rocket science, is it? Can my weight be on my front foot right now? No. So what that leg lift really is just guaranteeing that you're getting your weight back. But remember, we want our weight to be back, and we want it to finish in the middle. We don't want it to finish on your front foot.
Is that long? Is that big leg kick like this? Is that required to get our weight on our back foot?
No.
No, it's not. It's not. It's good. Look, I've got a little weird kick. Bob and I are going to hit some balls for you guys later. You're going to see some differences between our two techniques. But the bottom line is, what we're after is what Bob's been saying from from then and here is weight all back here. Ready to cock this. Facing the pitcher. Quick
All right,
rotation.
so here we go. We're going to get to the hands now. So there's really 3 steps to the swing. All right? 1, get that front foot down. Got it? Got to get your foot down. That's when it all starts. Number 2, rotate the hips. Move it up. Number 3 is get the hands going to the ball. Right? So we just talked about the grip. I want everybody to get your hands up right now. Get your hands up. Even if you don't have a bat on you, get it up here. We like to talk about your hands should be up, back, and in. Start right here at your belly button. I want your hands to go up to the shoulders, back to the shoulder and in towards the shoulder. This is the ideal position. When I show you that picture of those major leaguers, they're actually maybe a little bit higher, all right? And they've got a little bit of a bat wrap. But we'll talk about that later. I want you guys to get those hands up, back, and in. Ready? Up, back, and in. I want those hands to sit right there. Look at my elbows. What are they? If your elbows had eyes, they'd be looking at the ground. I don't want this. I don't want any chicken wings. I don't want the back one up. All right? I definitely don't want both of them up. Upside down V. Give me an upside down V. All right? If that bat is out in your fingers and your knocking knuckles are lined up, you'll get the V. Watch this. When I line those punching knuckles up, look what happens to my elbows. They start coming up. So some of you guys that hit with that high back elbow, it's all because of your top hand grip. It's bad. Lay that elbow down. That's going to help you get that bat out in your fingers. All right? You with me? Now, I want you to feel strong. This is also, are we stronger in here or are we stronger out here? We're stronger inside, right? So I want you to think about staying here. Now, here's a new concept that I like to use. All right? I saw a video of Corey Seager hitting one of those bombs that he hit in the World Series. All right? And they had a triangle. They had a triangle built right here from right arm, left arm, and shoulders. And he went from here, he had the same triangle the whole time through his swing. Even in contact, he still had this triangle. You see that? He hit a home run and never got his arms extended. All he did was turn the barrel to the ball. No extension at all. So I want you guys to start thinking of that concept. What we do wrong, I want you to stay connected. That's my new word. Stay connected. Watch me. I'm here comfortable, feeling strong. Watch. I'm not going to move my hands. I'm going to turn my hips. I'm going to get my foot down. I'm going to turn my hips. That's just hip action. What did my hands do? They started moving in the right line. I'm still connected. All right? Now if I keep going and keep turning, that barrel is now going to come through. I still haven't extended my arms. Now I don't want everybody to hit with gator arms. I'm not telling you to not extend your arms, but here's what we do wrong. All right? We overreact. Here's what you guys on my field were doing. Ready? Here comes a low pitch. So I got my foot down, and now it was a low pitch, and I went, you guys are going here. Thinking you got to go down and scoop that ball up. How about if it's an outside pitch? Some of you do this. Am I still connected here? No, I went to a weaker position by getting my hands away from my body, right? I want you to stay connected. You've got plenty of coverage. Let's do some math. Come on up a little closer. This board is 19 inches wide. Ready? How far away from that board am I standing? That bat is 30, how long now? 34 inches. What am I, about 26? I'm 26 inches from the board, 19 inches of board, give me 26 and 19.
45.
45. I'm 45 inches away from the outside part of that board. Ready? How long is this?
34.
How long is my arm? 30 maybe? When I add 30 to 34, I got 64 inches of reach. All right? So here's what some of you guys do. On the outside pitch, not only do you step towards it, not only do you throw your hands out there, all right? Now look what part of the bat is out over the board. All right? So we end up
hitting a lot of those balls down the barrel. That's why.
we end up missing the sweet spot because we overreacted. Now here's what I told my people. A reaction is good. I want you to react to the inside pitch, to the low pitch, to the outside pitch, right? We have to react to it. But I don't want you to overreact to it. It's the only explanation I have of people that are hitting balls that are right there and hitting it in the air. How the hell do you hit this thing in the air? You overreact to it and you get under it. And I don't know how many times I've swung at this and done what with it? Hit it down. How do you hit that ball on the ground? By overreacting to it. So the good news is that we're reacting to the pitch. The bad news is sometimes we overreact. All right, now here goes. Stay with me on this. This is the coolest thing in sports. All right? Our eyes are so important. Our eyes are so important, gentlemen. And a lot of times we take it for granted when we get in the box. We don't focus. I had a pitching lesson yesterday, and the kid's in his windup. He actually from the stretch. He's looking here. Okay? He's looking all over the place. He picks his leg up, and then all of a sudden he looked at his target. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "You got to pick up your target earlier." I said, "There is a direct correlation between you looking at the glove and you hitting the glove." The next 5 fastballs he threw hit the glove. He smiled after every one. He said, "This is amazing." I said, "It is pretty cool, but listen to me. One of the things I have to, Alan tell me is, he tells me, focus, Bob. Just focus a little bit more." And we all need to do that. We hit so much that we get in there and we don't even think about it. Ball comes in. Sometimes we just got to focus a little bit more. What is that really doing? Here's what's happening. Your eyes are watching the ball. All right? What body part is taking in that information?
The brain.
The brain is. The brain is taking in information because you're looking at the ball. What information is it taking in? The height of the pitch, the speed of the pitch, the spin on the pitch. Is it a knuckleball? Is it a breaking ball that's going to run away from you? Is it one that's going to run in on you? All right? Your brain is analyzing all of that data. And then the coolest thing in sports, you know what happens? The brain sends an impulse through your central nervous system to your hands. And it's the coolest thing. Your hands actually go to the ball. Now in Major League Baseball, they're hitting 98-mile-an-hour fastballs. All right? They've got less than 0.3 of a second from release to barrel. 0.3 of a second. Isn't that stupid? And those guys are barreling it up.
And then they throw a curveball.
Yeah, and then they throw a curveball, and what do they have to do? React to it. Sometimes they overreact, sometimes they underreact. But it all happens consciously or unconsciously? No, it happens unconsciously. They don't have time to consciously think about it, do they? No. And we do. Sometimes our head gets in the way. Oh, that pitch is inside. we consciously reacted to it, but don't. You don't have to. But it's an amazing thing, guys. Eye-hand coordination is one of the mysteries of science. How in the heck can we look at a ball and send our hands there? It just happens, doesn't it? Can we practice eye-hand coordination? Sure we can. What are some things we can do to practice eye-hand coordination? Well, hitting off of a tee is number one, specific for our sport. But how about juggling? Juggling is cool because you can't look at all 3 balls at the same time. Your peripheral vision is seeing all 3 balls. Your brain is seeing all 3 balls move. And guess what? While you're throwing one, you're catching another one. All right? It's really, 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 really cool. So I can't look at all 3 balls moving at the same time. All right? I'm going to look you right in the eyes. Ready? Tell me when I'm making eye contact. Here, I'm juggling. Ready? Am I eye contacting you right now? And I'm still juggling. I can look at you guys, and I'm still juggling. All right? See that? Oh, I dropped one. But while I'm looking at you, my peripheral vision, my brain is sending my hands to the ball and telling it to open and catch, close and toss it. All right? Pretty neat, Tanya? I'm looking at you, girl. All right? Really, really
We
cool.
always call Bob a clown.
But
Carney.
that's all part of eye-hand coordination. How about ping pong? Ping pong's great. A lot of times I'll be playing, someone will hit it over, and I'll just go like this, whoop, and hit it back over. I didn't even look at it. My hands just went there.
Do You know, a lot of major league clubs over
Have
the
ping pong
years have
tables.
put ping pong tables in clubhouses because it's been proven to help eye-hand coordination. It's another little tool.
So that is something you can practice. Now, fortunately, unfortunately, some of us are born with a better ability with the eyes and the hands, okay? And then at our age, what's happening as well?
Deteriorating.
Our damn eyesight is deteriorating, all right? And I'm going to tell you right now, where's Johnny? Told you I was going to bring this up. John and I have worked a few times, all right? Am I wearing sunglasses? I can't hit with sunglasses on. I can't do it. Because it does a little something to my depth perception. A lot of you guys are hitting with sunglasses on. John, what happened when I asked you to game change? When I told him that, he went and tried it. All right? And what'd you tell me? You just saw the ball better?
Works in the outfield too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you a little thing about that. It is really amazing the difference. I like sunglasses. I have my own line of sunglasses. I've been with Oakley for 25 years. I have plethoras of sunglasses. You'll never ever see me hit with sunglasses or play the outfield with sunglasses unless I absolutely have to.
Unless that sun is going to bother it, when you know what I mean.
Yep.
And sometimes that even sunglasses make the the sunspot even bigger. Sometimes, all right. So just understand, and what I'm trying to prove here is the importance of the eyes. When I was coaching baseball, we had a kid go in a slump. Guess what we did? Go to the eye doctor. Go get your eyes checked. All right. If you have bifocals on, bifocals, what do you call them? Contacts. All right. Took a while to get used to it.
Fly balls are rough.
Yeah, some fly balls are rough on you sometimes. And even seeing the ball at night. We play at night, it ain't no fun as a senior, is it? Especially in the outfield. We've lost some of that depth perception. Now we have no sky to help us. But I'm just telling you, the eyes are very important. Why are the eyes important? Because they're the window to the brain, and then the brain processes the information and it sends the hands there. So here's why I like tee work, and then we got to go eat soon, right?
12:30. It's 12:30.
Holy cow. Here's why I like tee work. All right? This ball is not moving. If I can't hit it good 8 out of 10 times with it just standing there, then there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect somewhere between my eyes and my hands. What could that disconnect be? My grip. All right? If I've got that grip that you guys, many of you had, that top hand really dominant over the top, watch what happens. I'm going to slow-mo it. Watch the Worth logo here. Ready, guys? I'm going to do the same slow motion that I did before. There's that ball. I need to get, if I want to get it in the air, I got to get the barrel slightly below center, right? That's my destination, to get it in the air. All right? Watch this. If I have a bad grip, and I'm going to go slow motion, separate, release. All right? I'm taking my hands there. My left arm's extended. Here comes the right hand with the barrel. With that bad grip, I'm at full extension right here. Watch what happens to the bat now as I continue forward. What did it do? That's what we call a rollover. What happened is my hands are fully extended. Because I'm moving that way, the left arm now becomes longer than the right arm. And as I keep extending, the right arm is now going to roll over to left and stay in contact, right? So we talk about bat roll. If you've got a bad grip, or it also happens if you get disconnected, if I get out around, look, my left arm's extended. As I keep going there, right there, my right arm's an extension. That should be contact. We should have palm up, palm down at contact. Am I anywhere near contact? By the time I get to that ball, watch what happens. Not only does the bat roll over, it actually comes up. So here you are thinking you're going to hit this ball out of the ballpark, but by the time you get to it, you've rolled over it. You went from here to here. You didn't swing and miss, but you hit the top part of the ball. Your brain sent you to the right spot, but because there was a disconnect, a bad grip, the bat rolled before, and now you're just wondering, gosh, how come I'm hitting so many ground balls? You know what I mean? Make sense? So that's why we've got to make sure the grip is good. We've got to make sure the bat path is good. And then we'll continue. We'll talk about contact area and swing planes. On our way out, tell me there's 3 swing planes. What are they? Larry? Where's Larry? What are the 3 swing planes? Swinging up, swinging down, and swinging level. All right, we're going to talk about those. I want you to rank those. What do you think we should do in softball? Rank them 1, 2, or 3.